Alright, guys, here we are, hole number 14. Now, one of the things that I like to do here is just get it up here to as far as the fairway. You can see I'm using a loop. Biggest reason I like the loop for this is because you never know what the second wind's going to be. And if the second wind isn't what we're looking for, it's going to make for a really, really long hole here. You do got to be a little careful. I do like to be in the 250s. You can see I just got into the 250s. That's kind of my sweet spot range. And if we use Bigfoot here, we're going to need a really good Bigfoot. So I'm almost thinking about doing some kind of bump, but I might not be able to do it with lightning rod because it doesn't have enough. Doesn't have enough topspin. So we might have to go something like extraterrestrial or something is what I'm thinking. So you really got to just kind of play around with your clubs sometimes. But it's going to require good execution foremost. You can see not a lot of accuracy on this thing. You're going to need perfect ball. You know, once you get that big foot up, that backspin into the 70s, 90s, that's when it really starts to be. But even with that wind, it wouldn't be a good wind to stop the ball. You might stop it on the green, but it's going to be deep. And that's why, you know, being able to come at this with some kind of topspin approach is the optimal way to play it. But it's also going to be a very tough precision shot. This is not an easy shot by any stretch. So do not take this for granted. I'm almost thinking of just kind of coming at it over here because of wind effect and everything. So you can see with how I'm rolling it out, not extending that guide too much. I do expect the tailwind to kind of take it a little bit. So I'm thinking, you know, definitely under 2 rings. Somewhere right in there. Almost try to just hold it up with just a little bit of curl back, just in case. And you can see it hits. Oh man, this hole can just be nasty. So the only other thing that I could have done is I could have taken Bigfoot and just tried to just curl it up onto the green and use as much side spin as possible and just get it over there. As you can see, I'm throwing away 800 points at least for my tiebreaker. Here you can see IG88 does have a pretty decent guide. I think there's a reasonable chance I roll this in with perfect ball. But it still requires that ultimate shot here. Wow, it's not rolling out enough. I can't believe. I should have trusted the guide more. You know, I played this earlier in amateur, and that's why I did that. It's really frustrating I did that. I feel like now, just to offset that mistake, because you can't make that mistake in rookie. We got to find a solution to get that in there tight. And if I would have had a headwind, I would have went with the Bigfoot, but I tried to get just a little too aggressive, and you can see if you don't hit that bump just perfect, you can see it just does nothing. It will run up there if you get it to land up more on the flat, but it's such a precision shot in this game that it's very, very dangerous to do what I did. And you can see I didn't pull it off, and as a result, I wind up with a par. So now I feel just to even salvage this round, after all that I've done, and just making that one mistake, I'm going to have to eagle 17 now to have any chance at winning this. And even then, with throwing away 1,000 points, still might not even put myself in position. So you really got to find a way on that 14th hole. I did the same thing in amateur that I did in rookie. You know, I have the confidence with my, you know, Bigfoot 9 that I can, you know, with my vet, but, you know, it might not stop right by the hole, but I can probably find a solution to get it in there semi-reasonable in that bracket. But, you know, just try to figure out something for that 14th. And, you know, it all comes down to wind. Say you get wind in the face, you have my exact same shot, I'd have no problem hitting a Bigfoot. I know that I could just overpower it and it'll just check up nice because of the headwind. So it's just, you really just got to play the winds they give you. So keep that in mind. Good luck, and I'll see you guys on the next